People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. And you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it and you don't really love it, you're going to give up. And that's what happens to most people, actually. If you really look at the ones that ended up being successful, unquote, in the eyes of society and the ones that didn't, oftentimes it's the ones that are successful loved what they did so they could persevere. And the ones that didn't love it quit because they're sane, right? Who would want to put up with this stuff if you don't love it? So it's a lot of hard work. If you don't love it, you're going to fail. So you got to love it. You got to have passion. And I think that's the high order bit. The second thing is you've got to be a really good talent scout, because no matter how smart you are, you need a team of great people. And you've got to figure out how to size people up fairly quickly, make decisions without knowing people too well, see how you do and refine your intuition, and be able to help build an organization that can eventually just build itself, because you need great people around you.
Thanks for coming to our Wednesday webinar tonight. I just got to say I'm very proud to be a member of this group. We're really getting a lot of good content and learning a lot from each other. That's what it's all about. We got some good guests for tonight, something new for everybody. Let's take some good notes, and here's Fred.
Thanks, Jerry. Welcome, everybody. We just have a jam-packed evening tonight, so I've just got to get down to business and minimize the announcements. But if you're new with us and you're not a member of the I-Team, please go to SelfEmployedU.com and sign up for I-Team. That puts you on our mailing list so we can keep you apprised of everything we're doing. And some of you have visited the archive that I've been touting so that we're putting past meetings up. There's an archive tab at the homepage of SelfEmployedU.com. Use the archive and sign up for Self-Employed U. One announcement, a couple announcements probably. ASI is coming to Long Beach, California. So those of you out there, keep in mind that we do have a master ASI membership, and if you do not yourself, you can be registered through us. Just give me a call. There's even a luncheon you can sign up for, and you all know about ASI shows. And a presentation by Paul at a meeting he did about 2 weeks ago for us online that is zero-cost marketing and home business goldmine. So thank you, Paul. He is on the faculty, if you will, of SelfEmployedU.com. I'm very proud of that. He's a great friend. Thanks, Paul. Now, I'll ask Jerry to please introduce Aaron Montgomery.
Okay, welcome, Aaron. Aaron's with Coastal Business Supplies here in St. Louis, Missouri, and he's our partner with all of our great equipment and our consumables. Really let us make our own products and do some really neat things. Welcome, Aaron.
Well, thanks for having me tonight, guys, and I really appreciate you guys having me on. And let me quick chat with you guys about what we've got going on over at Coastal. I'm excited to work with Fred and Jerry here of the I-Team. So let's dive right in here. All right, let's click on in. Well, first off, I guess I'll introduce myself. I'm Aaron Montgomery. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing over at Coastal Business Supplies. I've been in the graphics art industry since 1997 and in this fun, exciting garment and personalization industry since 2000. And my kind of claim to fame is the fact that I've been traveling all over the world doing different trade shows and seminars and that. And in the 15 years that I've been in this industry, I've gotten to over 150 trade show events, and so that means I've gotten to speak with a ton of great people, hear about their businesses, and learn a ton from them, so that's excited to share it with you. All right, so tonight I wanted to talk to you guys about the Yoki Data laser transfer systems that are relatively new to Coastal Business Supplies here, and what we've been focused on lately, and really excited about these things. So I'll just kind of dive in. The three pictures you see below there are images of the three main printers that we sell from Okidata. They are the industry-leading company when it comes to transfer printing. In fact, to my knowledge, they are the only printer manufacturer that is focused on transfer printing. They have actually specifically designed and work with transfer technology and transfer paper manufacturers to make sure these run for you. They have HD color printing technology on all of these units, which gives us great resolution and fantastic color output. They're also the only single pass white toner options available out on the marketplace. So the two machines over on the right side, the middle one is the 711 and the one on the right is the 920. Those both have white toner capabilities, which means for us that we can go ahead and decorate dark garments as well as light garment. Gives us opportunities that other machines don't. The other nice part about these units is they all have a very low cost of operation compared to other garment personalization systems out there, and they're also virtually maintenance free. So because there's no ink involved in this process, it's just toner, you can turn it off, walk away from it, and come back, turn it back on, and it's going to print the exact same colors that it did, you know, when you turned it off. So virtually maintenance free.
Let me move on and show this video. It's 2 minutes that demonstrates this machine in action and then shows you the quality of the output. And Janice Ziv, is she on the call?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Janice is in Anchorage. Janice is, but she should be in Missouri because she's a show-me person. You can't convince Janice of anything without showing her things, and it just takes a while to get some of these things up to Anchorage, Alaska. So she insists that the hand, the texture, the quality of this imprint be equivalent to screen printing before she wants to go ahead with the Oki printer. And so this little video kind of demonstrates kind of how it works. Again, the innovation is white toner. Cost on this, Jerry, don't let me misspeak, there's two different sizes, but far less expensive than a screen printer, is that right?
That's correct. Not the exact price, but the smaller one's somewhere in the $3,500 range. And the larger one's somewhere in the $7,000 range, but that's not exact prices, and I sometimes don't like to quote exact prices unless I know for sure. Aaron is not muted. He's questioning, saying he's not muted, but I'm not sure. There is no red line on his microphone.
Full color imaging done in one step, basically, in the software. Jerry can give you information on the cost of toner and the cost of paper, but suffice to say it's less expensive than capillary film and emulsion and cleanup chemicals, and it's a whole lot quicker. And the output of this device is very rapid.
Much cleaner also. Aaron, we keep trying your audio. You there?
Yeah, I think I'm here. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm plugged right into my internet here, so I'm not sure if Charter is not liking me tonight or what. But
it kept saying offline next to the name. It was knocking me offline, it looked like. So we're kind of showing the little, just showing a little video on the Oki.
Sounds great. Well, yeah, as you can see there, it is an easy process. You just print, press, and transfer, and out you come with a nice, brilliant white image right there from a laser printer. There's no worrying about screens. There's no worrying about how many colors. There's no worrying about color separations. There's no worrying about pre-treating. What are some of the other things out there that people would have to worry about? Those things you don't have to worry about. Once you have your artwork in your computer, you push print and take it to your heat press, and as the slide had shown a little earlier, you start making money. So the return on investment on these things is really amazing.
The best thing I heard you say was low maintenance or no maintenance.
Yeah, I mean, because it's toner, we're talking about basically a crushed up plastic particle here. There's no inks to clog, there's nothing. And so if I do want to take a month-long vacation, nothing I have to do. I turn off the machine and I walk out of my house. That part is huge for this, and also the fact that with the Oki, these products are also even more maintenance-free than other laser printers because these are actually LED lasers, so there's not a lot that needs to be done with that. With other laser printers, you actually have a series of mirrors that bounces things around. With this is one LED array, and therefore there's really nothing to clean. There's no cleaning sheets to run through this or anything like that. And Oki's worked with some of the major paper manufacturers to make sure that their papers are run through this. In fact, Oki certifies paper. That way, if you do have an issue and you call up Oki, they're not going to go, oh, well, it was your paper. Oh, it was this, and pointing fingers at other things. It's, they're going to take care of it as long as you're running the certified paper, which is what we have here. So, and the other nice part about these Okis is that we do have a straight-through paper path. So anybody that's ever tried to run transfer paper through a laser printer in the past, you're heating it up with a laser and it's running through this S-curve around all this crazy stuff, drums, etc. You can pretty easily get that transfer paper stuck on the drum and ruin that drum. So with this process, it's straight through, easy. This dark paper that you saw there is actually a self-weeding paper, so there's no weeding or cutting or anything like that. It only adheres where the toner's at, and away you go. Start making t-shirts. And other things, too. That's the other cool part.
And I don't have to clean screens either. That's the best part, too.
Absolutely, absolutely. So one thing I did want to kind of bring up back there when we were on the slide that was talking a little bit about personalization is the fact that these are digital, meaning that you can have instant, thank you very much, can have instant gratification. Here, adding anything that has meaning to somebody, they will keep that and pay a premium for it. And with personalization, you can double or triple the perceived value of the product without adding any real cost to it. It's an easy way to basically add $5 to the cost of a garment without having to add any cost. So show the flow here. Like I said, anything you have in your computer there. This printer will work. I print out of CorelDRAW. People print out of Illustrator. Just about any of your normal graphics programs will function. We run it right through our printer here. Once that comes out, I put it with my heat press and I start selling. So that's what these are all about. And if there's any questions, I'll be around. I mean, hopefully, as long as my internet doesn't bump me again, and I'm more than happy to answer those.
Thanks, Aaron.
I have your vinyl your vinyl video. I can play it. It's 2 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead and play that. I think this is actually a foil video with these laser printers. Sorry about that. I got lost there. This is just a quick 2-minute video showing how we can also take these things and bling up our garments and make it a foil, put foil on top of them. So go ahead.
First, place your printed A-film page onto the bottom of the heat press and cover with the B paper sheet. Cover both pages with a silicone sheet. Press these together at 305 degrees for 90 seconds using medium pressure. When done, open the heat press and carefully remove the B paper from the A-film. Cut away the excess coating frame. Position your transfer onto the t-shirt face down and cover with a silicone sheet. Press these at 305 degrees for 10 to 15 seconds using light pressure. Carefully remove the t-shirt from the lower platen and set aside to cool. Once cooled, remove the A-film liner from the transfer. This will leave your original foil print on the shirt looking very shiny and glossy. Now, cut down a piece of the heat transfer foil and you will lay it on top of the transfer area and cover with a silicone sheet. Press these together for 30 seconds at 305 degrees using heavy pressure. Once done, carefully remove the t-shirt with the foil liner still on the front from the heat press and allow both the transfer and the foil to cool. Peel the foil liner away from the shirt to reveal your finished product.
All right, there you go. So not only can you just do full color images or white or other things like that, I can add foil, and I don't have to foil the entire thing. I can just foil the areas that I want to. I can use different colors of foil. Again, just increasing your perceived value with very little additional cost in the creation. Thanks for listening, and like I said, if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll be around to answer them.
Thank you.
Last week we had Bob Britton in Albuquerque give us a great presentation on brokering promotional products with a special emphasis on self-promo products. And we want to show that Coastal is probably the best source for promotional products, inexpensive giveaways for your customers, and for self-promos for yourself. So can you kind of lead us in this, Jerry?
Well, the most basic thing for self-promo for me is I want to make sure that I have my iPhone with a cover on with my business name. Simple things just like the poker chips. We use those for safety programs too. You know, like don't bet on safety, things like that. For self-promos for us, we'll tote bags that will carry our different catalogs around in, and they can be full color. They turn out really well. But there's just so much out there for self-promo. Keychains, obviously.
I'm showing you bookmarks there. I mean, I'm trying to show the under $1 items because there's really very little out there in the whole ASI, PPAI world under $1. And what we can do is full color photographic decoration, right?
Right. The bookmarks are good. And we'll kind of combine a self-promo. Like if we do like a vacation Bible school, and we'll do their logo on one side of the bookmark, then we'll have a small self-promo on the back that they agree to. You know, we give them a good price because of that.
You and Kim are doing a lot of socks, and I was so disappointed to hear that that's the Phoenix Cardinals, not the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah, that's the team that left us years ago. We're trying not to lose another one in the Rams. I did go to one of Aaron's seminars, and there was a young man there in high school that I think was going to finance his college education the way he talked just by making socks that he sells at his school. I mean, he really had it all together, and he had a great sock business, I think. You can put anything on them. The cheerleaders like the socks, but the little hockey players like them for sure. It's just something that you wouldn't think you could do, but they're full color. They're different. But as far as
we have 4 daughters, and 3 of them have brought us print business, but I have to admit they haven't. Not one of them has paid their entire college education.
Yeah, this young man sounded like he really had a game plan with his sock business, and I don't doubt that he could do it.
Coasters are a cheap item. You can do them in fabric, hardboard, metal.
Yes, there's even more like a rubbery one also. We use the hardboard ones mostly for our customers, and that's the ones that we use for our photographers also, because the whole idea of a promotional product is have your name in front of your client. If it's on somebody's desk, there's your name and your phone number. That's one of our better promotional product ideas is the coaster.
One of my best promotional product ideas is, of course, the coffee cup, the full wrap, full photographic sublimated cup, and what a perfect mate is the coaster. But would you please comment just a couple words on the fact that you and Kim garner a major part of your business from photographers?
We do, either through, I've said it before, through the youth sports teams. She just did basketball. Baseball's coming up now. So, and one of the items that's unbelievable is the home plate. I don't have a picture of it here, but it's a home plate. You can put a team photo on or an individual player on. Comes in a couple different sizes, a small one maybe for the player, and teams just love it. They buy them for their coaches. They'll buy the larger one and print the team photo on there. So just some really neat different ideas. For basketball, there's a backboard and hoop, a small one like a kid would play with on his door in his bedroom. The light switch covers there, they're inexpensive.
The truth is that it's not the kid putting it on the back of his bedroom door, it's the business executive that puts it on the back of his office door and starts throwing, wadded up paper at it.
Right.
I spent a couple years specializing in the solar industry, and you can't imagine the switch plates that I pad printed, and now I can do full color photographic switch plates. Imagine that. If you give that as a self-promo item, they're going to pull out a screwdriver and install it, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Yeah. And the round could be a baseball shape, a basketball shape. Could go for any type of sport, really, a hockey puck. But like I said, combining the self-promo with our name on one side, we have a doggy daycare center. We'll put the dog's picture on one side. Everybody wants a picture of their dog on their keychain. Then we'll put the self-promo on the back. Or we'll also put a promo for the dog daycare center also. You can combine things, to where the customer is paying for it and the business itself is paying you also.
Now, the magnet is a key promo item. What's it going to cost for me to do a magnet? And now imagine, now I'm creating my own sports calendars. I'm creating anything I want to press and play, right?
Right. So I don't quote prices because I don't have the price in front of me, and I always never get it right. Aaron, do you have any idea on?
I'm pulling it up. We've got over 3,500 different sublimation products here, so yeah, knowing all the prices off the top of my head is a little difficult. For example,
Aaron's holding back on us. The catalog does not reflect 3,500 products.
Yeah, the 3,500 different products, you've got variations of all the things that you see. That catalog's, I think, about 32 pages thick. So as an example, the ceramic sublimation magnets that a lot of people use for fridge type magnets, your cost is going to be about $1.50 each for the blank, 10 cents worth of ink on it. So you're less than $1.60 to create these things.
And the big advantage of sublimating these things, we can just do one. We don't have to buy 300 of them from a promotional products company to meet their minimums.
What we're trying to show you here in the 30,000-foot view is that this is a more cost-effective and a far more stunning promotional product than you get out of the ASI PPAI system. I mean, look at the full-color keychains. To get that done by one of the broker suppliers is going to be special setup charges and very large minimums.
It would cost a fortune.
How many keychains do I have to buy from Coastal to be able to do work like that?
I know there's a minimum, Aaron. It might be 5, 10, 12. I really don't know off the top of my head, but
Yeah. We try to break things down into as small a packs as it makes cost effectiveness for. I mean, going down to eaches on some of these small products, I'm not sure we could 5 packs, 10 packs, a lot of this stuff, very, very small pack sizes. If it's something that you're focused on and you want to do more of, then we also have much larger quantities available at a much reduced rate, so you can make even more money.
Are the iPhone 6, the larger ones, are they available yet?
Yep, the iPhone 6 Plus are now in stock.
Okay.
So.
What's the cost of the blank there, Aaron, for the iPhone?
The iPhone 6 being a little bit bigger is $4 a piece. The regular iPhones are about $3 a piece, or you can even get iPhone 4 cases for $1 a piece.
Okay, so $1 to $3. There isn't anybody on this call that has not gone to the shopping mall or their Verizon or Best Buy store and spent $30 for a piece of plastic.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I joke that I can't have a conversation about mobile device cases without somebody making money, and typically that somebody is the person that's decorating them. So.
And we can easily, with the heat press, and now we're talking about sublimation printer, you're doing $30, $40 an hour?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, taking a $4 cost to a $25, $30 product?
Absolutely. Definitely 30 to 40 an hour, no problem. Probably even a little bit more. And the opportunity for profit margin there is pretty drastic. So
we want to invite you back to introduce the Sawgrass. Maybe I'm speaking out of turn there. So
no, that'd be fine.
Thank you so very much for joining us this evening, Aaron.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me, and I will be kind of hanging around here should any other questions come up.
Also, tomorrow night, I got to put my plug in. 6 p.m. Mountain Time, we'll have our iTeam Coastal webinar. So anybody looking for their equipment or their needs, make sure you sign up for that.
Hi.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm good.
You have to be our last guest for the next 8 minutes or so, and make it really exciting. There's a slide of you at the ASI show. I wanted to ask you to give us just a 45-second rundown on your business. You and I met at a Dallas business opportunity show. You saw the press-a-print opportunity. You did me the honor of investing in it, and I am so proud of you because you launched. You took this to the Dallas Cowboys, to Six Flags Over Texas, to the Federal Aviation Administration, and you make your husband pad print. So can you give us the quick rundown of your business? And then my next slide is what you want to talk about, the Promotional Products Association there, Southwest.
Okay, yeah. Yes, my name of the company is Press 4 Promotions. You can see it up there. My name is Kelly Causey. I come from a corporate background, electrical engineer by degree, certified project manager, but I do this full time, and I don't do any engineering or anything like that anymore, and I don't meet a stranger. Matter of fact, I invited a young lady. She's a consultant, a beauty consultant, but she's been working with me. She's awesome, and her name is Candace. She's on the call tonight as well. What I want to say is, when I say I don't meet a stranger, so anyone close to me, I immediately try to get to say hi and try to get to know them in real quick splash time, and I don't let them leave without getting their information and giving them my information. I was sharing with Fred, I had attended a PPAS, and there was Promotional Products Organization here in Dallas-Fort Worth. It's Promotional Products Association Southwest. You can see it up on the screen. Yesterday, they had a lunch and learn. It was so awesome, and I was so excited. And what I did was, when I attended, they had, at the beginning in the morning session, they had 2 suppliers or vendors, and the 2 included Logo Mart and Edwards. And Edwards is dealing with the uniform programs, and it was really neat. And I think I kind of visioned that for us to be able to, like with Coastal, how they went and they had talked about what Coastal is all about and the equipment. Well, they talked about what would help you and how you should go in and get your customers and what things you should look for, what things they can do to help you. And it was really an in-depth dive into really helping you be successful. I was really impressed. I found like Logo Mart, they have what they call vignettes, and vignettes will like 5 or 6 different products. Say if you want to go into the to the hotel industry, and you want to you can talk with them, and they have already case studies of different things, and they may suggest different products, or you may have things in mind and you pick about 5 or 6 products. They'll create all of that for you. You don't have to create anything, and they'll put it together, and they call it a vignette. It has a background to it, and it would have, say, the hotel's information on it, so that, and you can give it to them. Products would be, I would recommend, and you can see this would help your hotel do this and this and this. So they really work with you, and they shared a lot of their different case studies, and it's the same thing with Edward. But the really neat part about what I loved about the organization, PPAS, is that they had a lunch and learn. During the lunch, they had a guy come in and talk about Outlook and what you can do with Outlook to help you be more productive, and it was so valuable. The information he shared with people, even if you didn't have Outlook, there was really some valuable information. I said, well, that would be great to get this guy to talk about, and maybe he can do something with our group and come on and speak, and we can maybe have an evening dinner session. I don't know, I'm just making it up, and I'm rushing because I know we have like 4 minutes left, but there was one thing I did send to Fred, and I just emailed it to you, Fred. It's a self-promo. I have gone through some of my sheets of different self-promos. I know we talked about it, and we know we can use Coastal, which is awesome. I'm really excited about that information he shared. But something that to quickly get off the ground where you don't have to spend a whole lot of money, that's what I look for. So I send a sheet listing. It's a short list. I didn't go through all my papers because I usually hit as many vendors as I can when I go to an event, like say the ASI show or something. I talk to just as many people as I can. But I put together a sheet and I emailed it to you, Fred. So maybe if you, or you may want to figure out how you can pass the information out, or if you all want some information, you just send me an email. If you have any questions or anything, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I would be glad to help in any way.
Let me back up, because I'm going to take the information you sent and attach your information, because we did a whole session on self-promo, and the recommendation was that people call you. If there's a mystery among our members about how do I broker or how do I do self-promo, I recommend that you call Kelly first, maybe do a couple jobs with her, and then you will learn from the best, and you will just be accelerated at light speed. and, you know, share your profit on a couple jobs with her and learn. And you'll learn in a couple deals. But Kelly, I wanted to move back to Edwards, if you would, for a second. I've gone to one of our I-Team websites. This is Bevo Promotions, Jim Lebbing in St. Louis. And I get to brag on our catalog library here. We have the industry's most advanced catalog library, which has all these catalogs on the shelf. For the first time in history, we can review catalogs by their covers. But we go to our main source, and we have the first search engine that actually, instead of giving you categories, you know, by text, it gives you the catalog covers. And what I can do is a search for Edwards, and we carry the entire Edwards line. And look how many catalogs Edwards has. So you're saying this is one of the companies that did the seminar for you. And I just wanted to pick their spring 2015 catalog. And when you use our system, you open up any catalog and it becomes this cool flip book. So would you just finish by telling us a few of the things that Edwards gave you in your seminar about marketing promotional products?
Right. They mentioned that they do it from one. So if you have one, say for example you have a church, or say you just have a small business, and the person said, well, I want to have a logo put on a nice shirt, and that could be a uniform program, because, and so they do not turn away even if you have one shirt order, one pants order, anything like that. They consider themselves a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, what you're showing Fred about those suits are washable. I was amazed. So for the hotels and different industries that may want to have suits and things, the suits were washable. I was really impressed with that. But they mentioned that the uniform business was like an $8.8 billion business, and it's projected to be a $10.5 billion this year. I'm like, wow. And they have rental programs, and they have direct sales programs. But you can go to different places and just ask, do you have a rental uniform company, or are you renting, or say for hotels, it's the bellmen, the different front desks, the people, the cleaning section, all these different areas use different uniforms. So you can go and just ask, because they said a lot of times that's how the case studies of different things that happen with their distributors. If you open your mouth and just ask, chances are they may not even have a program established, and they can save quite a bit of money in doing the program. And it doesn't have to, so whenever they're, say an employee leaves or something happens, they can then get another uniform, another shirt, and you don't have to go through all the setup and all. It's already done one time.
You know what else you're talking about is a central principle that we try to preach. They already have an existing budget. They're already spending money. And you step in and you can show them a better way to do it for less money.
Yes.
Who is going to refuse that?
I agree. And they also gave a website. You all write this down and check it out. It's B as in boy, L as in Larry, S as in Sam.gov. And it gives reports over about new jobs. And you can do a search by, say, healthcare in your area. And it tells you different information that you can then lead to go and find out if they can do business with you. But they will also, they don't leave you by yourself. So if you call Edwards and let them know that you're a distributor and you're wanting to grow in the uniform programs business and could they help you, they will help you. From what I understand, the people that I was sitting with this really big wig person that is really big in the industry for over 30 years, and he and his wife are doing some great things and have salespeople working for them, and they said 50% of their business come from uniform. So it seems to be a really good market, and they even will give you steps on how to sell, and you can tell them, well, I want to go to the hotel and talk with them, and they'll tell you what to do and give you guidance and kind of like hold your hand to get through it.
Well, thank you so much. You know, that's what we're trying to accomplish here. We're trying to give information that is simple to use, success information, and referrals to this incredible resource within this industry. Just go to the website you just mentioned, give them a call, and these people will fall all over themselves trying to help you market with the most advanced techniques, because why? They want you to sell their product. So
Yes.
entire careers can be made on this one catalog, right?
Right, truly. And I can give you, I gave you the person that is my contact for this area. You can just tell her that Kelly referred you. Kelly Causey was at the PPAS Lunch and Learn yesterday. But her name is Patty, P-A-T-T-I, Mueller, M-U-L-L-E-R. And her phone number is 214-551-3573. 214-551-3573. Go for it. If you want to, we can call together. Call me and we can do a three-way. But I'd love for you all to do something this week. That's your homework.
Kelly, what's your phone number, if you don't mind?
Sure. It's, I'm going to give you all my cell number. It's 817-703-6439.
This is invaluable information, folks, and I'm so grateful, Kelly. Kelly's a regular with us. Hey, if any of the rest of you want to come on and help us out, this is your company. This is your I-team. So let us know if you want to participate, but we hope you keep coming.
Can we get that website that Kelly just mentioned?
Okay. Are you ready?
We're ready.
www.B as in boy, L as in Larry, S as in Sam, .gov, G-O-V.
And Fred, if I can go to Aaron for just a couple of quick questions from some attendees. Just a couple of questions. The hand, the texture of the shirt with the yoke, what would you compare that to? Is it soft? Is it?
It can be very soft. You know, it is a laser transfer, so there's definitely some hand to it. With the correct, I would compare it to a screen print, really. In certain cases, I guess you probably would actually look at it more closer to a vinyl as opposed to a screen print necessarily. But let's call it a athletic print, heavy screen print would be about what the hand is like on a dark shirt.
Okay.
On a light shirt, it's much softer.
Sure. And any idea estimated cost per print? I know it depends on size and different things.
Yeah, you're looking at, for toner cost, with the white toner, average image, probably in the 15 to 20 cent range for your toner cost.
That sounds good. And one last question Ben had was the Sawgrass SG400 availability. I know it's day-to-day on things.
We were expecting to have kind of an initial shipment in this week. Everything's still kind of getting caught up. I don't know if everybody heard, but there was some pretty massive labor issues over at the docks in Long Beach, and that caused any import shippings to run way behind, and I guess they're still trying to catch up with that. So hoping to have them in next week in limited quantity, and then the full release will be in the middle of April.
So if a customer wants to buy one now, pay for it and that, they'd be on the waiting list for the ones that are coming in, hopefully?
Yep, they can get on the waiting list. I checked today. We've got about 4 or 5 of the SG400s that are not been spoken for yet, and about 6 of the SG800s that haven't been spoken for yet on our initial shipment that's coming in.
That sounds great. Sure, whoever buys it wouldn't mind selling transfers to other IT members until they get their printer. So we can work on that deal also. So thanks, Aaron.
You're welcome. Thanks, guys, for having me, and excited to be part of the I-team here.
I just want to finish up in case Paul wants to give us 2 minutes.
Hey, great presentation this evening. Just tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time, which I presume 10 o'clock in Denver time, so from Fred's perspective, I'm doing a 1-hour webinar. You might call it a nice juicy sample from my $50 Wealth Builder program, which I've done for over 30 years. It's all about investing, and it's based on a $50 Wealth Builder, so it doesn't require, a lot of money and it's not a technical seminar. So some of you just might enjoy it, so feel free to participate if you like.
Great, and you are at Colorado Free University this weekend, and again on May 30th at the...
Oh, that's right, exactly. Thank you for mentioning that, Fred. I'm going to be in Denver for the weekend doing 6 seminars. One on consulting Friday afternoon, one on public speaking Friday night. There's 2 on investing on Saturday, including the $50 Wealth Builder. Then on Sunday, small business enterprises. So a lot on the circuit before they ship me back, so thank you for letting me mention that.
Thank you, Paul.
Fantastic, guys.
It's a privilege to have you on board with us.
We're in the process of creating a Facebook page. It will be called iTeam SelfEmployedU.com, but it's a members-only page, so you got to go to SelfEmployedU.com and sign up for the iTeam, and then we can invite you to this page. And it'll be similar to some of the former formats we've seen, to where we as members can ask each other questions and get different ideas and that in between webinars throughout the week, 24 hours a day, really, whoever wants to be on there. Join the iTeam through SelfEmployedU.com, and then we'll add you to this Facebook page if you want to be on it. I think it's really going to be helpful for all of us.
That's great. And while you're at SelfEmployedU.com, go to the Events Webinars tab, and you'll see our upcoming events. Thursday nights, we present the entire Coastal iTeam Business Opportunity Package. It's all about equipment upgrades, internet website, and what the iTeam is about. It's a privilege to have all of you tonight.
Sounds great. Thanks, everyone.